Hello, welcome back to another video of Milo Animates. Today we're going to be furring a mask. You'll need a cat mask base, faux fur, hot glue gun sticks, and a cat or dog brush. Here is a Marble Fox variant mask that I've already furred and finished. I use these two types of paints and fabric softener to make the fur easier to brush out when we need to do that. Here's a time lapse of me gluing on the fur. Always make sure that you have enough fur to fit on your mask. I didn't here, but I'll glue on more later. Always start at the snout of yours, but since I'm gonna paint the end of my snout, I'm starting around where I'm not gonna paint. To make sure that the glue sticks to your mask, whether it's a cat mask base or one that has foam clay like mine, always push down the hot glue gun sticks to make sure that it will stick to your mask and stay flat instead of getting wrinkled, sort of like when you felt a cat mask. But you don't need to be as careful considering the fur will hide most of those mess ups. I recommend gluing in sections like I am right now. If a section of your mask does not have fur because you don't have enough, cut out scrap pieces of fur and glue it on. Make sure to go against the fur you already have so it looks seamless. I'm cutting off some extra fur that's not supposed to be right beside the snout. If you have any guesses for the mask so far, put them in the comments. Cut off the large pieces of fur, leaving a little bit of room so that you can glue it down later.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He waves.
Cut a line straight through the middle of your eyes and make sure that it's long enough so that when you glue it down, the eyes won't look super small.
What you're dreaming of when you sleep and smile so comfortable.
Once it's glued down, it might look small, but once we cut off all the fur around the eyes, it'll look much larger.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. He waves been
I'm cutting some of the fur around the eyes so that when I shave, I'll know where the eyes are.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June.
Here's all the fur glued down and the eyes cut out. Because my fur piece wasn't big enough, I do have to cut out some new pieces for around the ears.
You, late nights in the middle of June. He waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Usually I put something on TV, so we never think about you and me. But today I see our reflections clearly in Hollywood, laying on the screen. You just need a better life than this. You need something I can never give. Fake water all across the road. It's gone now, the night is come, but
Now it's time to glue down those edges that we cut earlier.
late nights in the middle of June. He waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. You can't
I wasn't able to glue down this part of the ear, so I cut a line so that I could glue it down to define the ears more.
Now I gotta let you go. You'll be better off in someone new. I don't wanna be alone. You know it hurts me too. You look so broken when you cry. One more and then I say goodbye. Sometimes all I think about
This side of the ear also wasn't fully glued down, so I glued it down now. I'm gluing down the edges here a bit better so that they will actually stick and not get ripped off by accident. Now you can admire the work that you've done so far. The next step is to shave the fur. I'm using this shaver, but you can use whatever shaver you have. Shave as close as you can to the fur on the snout because you want that fur to be as short as it possibly can, and around the eyes so that you can define them even more. Shave the edges of the snout too, but it doesn't have to be perfect because we will fix those later. Now I'm going around the snout edges with scissors to redefine the shape. I'll be doing this for the eyes too, and the ears. You want the edges of the eyes to be thin because the fur might touch your eyes when you put it on. And it also helps the mask look better in general. Here's one eye done. I'm not going to show the other part because it'll make the video too long. Now that your mask is done, you might notice that it had a million babies. You can just throw those out or use them in stuffing in some projects. It's finally time to paint whatever mask you've made. I recommend using the lightest colors first because then if you make any mistakes, the darker colors can help fix them. If you want to copy my design, I'm completely fine with that because I'm copying a picture of a real animal. Now I'm using the fur darkest color. Now I'm putting on the second darkest color. Don't be afraid to use your fingers to blend the paint because it'll make it look better in the end. I don't recommend following what I did and painting the ears because you could get it on the white fur and that would make it totally mess up. Finally, I'm going to paint the snout. I'm also painting black eyeliner around the eyes to define them more. Finally, your mask is almost done. I added a few details on my mask, like around the eyes. While it's drying, I really recommend using this Mod Podge to paint on the nose to give it a more glossy look. I will be adding some on the nose and the eyes later. Here's a time lapse of my 3D printer printing some horns for the mask. Those spots on the nose and around the eyes is the Mod Podge. It'll dry clear, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like right now. Here are how the horns are supposed to look. Time for one of the most important steps. Get a dog brush and brush out the fur. Because you added fabric softener, it'll make it easier to brush out the fur now. Your mask is finally done. Drum roll, please, for my new Highland cow mask. If you're interested in this Highland cow mask, it'll be in my Etsy shortly. That'll be linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching my video, and stay possum!